Right.
Okay.
So what happens if you test positive and you do not adhere to the act? What happens?
That becomes a challenge for the person living
Right.
with HIV. Because once you test positive, the essence is to be put on treatment. So if we put you on treatment, we discuss. We don't just impose when you go take it this. We have a dialogue with the clients, with you.
Right.
And then we together decide when it's appropriate for you to take the medicine. And in fact, this time, it's just a tablet a day. Okay. If the person doesn't take, earlier I said when you take the medicine, it gets to a point where virally you are suppressed and all that. So the opposite of it is if you don't take living with HIV, what happens is the virus will continue to multiply. And the more it multiplies, the more your immunity goes down. And then you begin to suffer these illnesses, the diarrhea, the TB, the skin infections, and all those things will set in. And if you still don't continue to, come to us or access the health facility for care, certainly it ends in death.
Right.
Please, we don't want you to die. We want you to choose life. So today, if you are listening to me, choose life, get tested, avail yourself for treatment, and if you get the medicines, take them just as you are supposed to take them, okay, so that you live longer, productive life. Something else will come and kill you and no HIV. And in fact, we want you to adhere, because if you don't adhere, you can also transmit to others, okay, because of issues of disclosure. And if you don't adhere, another thing is the viruses, every organism, when you start to give medicine, especially viruses, if the medicines are not taken the way they're supposed to be taken, because if it's supposed to be taken every 24 hours,
Right.
the essence is that the manufacturers know that if you take the first dose, let's say 8 a.m. today, they know that by 8 a.m. tomorrow, the concentration of the medicine will begin to go down, the level in the blood will go down, and viruses will begin to at least turn themselves and maybe change their form and all that. We call them mutation, okay? And so once it's 8 a.m. next day, you have to take again so that you keep the level or the concentration of the medicine at that level every day,
Right.
so that it can be effective.
Does
But
it-
if that is not done, these viruses can now become resistant. You take today, tomorrow you don't take, the virus changes itself in its form. At a point you take the medicines, they won't work for you. And that person becomes a danger to society, in the sense that if that resistant strain of the virus is transmitted to another person, that person's virus, because it's resistant, the medicines will not work for that person. So that is,
Right.
yeah.
The medications, do they come with any form of allergic reactions?
Oh, every medication, it depends on the individual. There are people who even take paracetamol and they
react to
react.
it.
There are some people who take antimalarials and react. Okay. So what we do is allergic reactions, not really. Okay, but there are some side effects, okay, which are usually minor within the first 3 months. After that, they fade off because it's a new thing you are introducing the system. Okay, some people may feel, some slight headache, some nausea, some feeling of unwell, and those things. But when we are putting or providing that medicine to the clients, we tell you that there are some people who will go through these things, but there are things that will gradually go off in the 3 months time, or some less, some maybe 6 months, but it will go off, okay? But then if they become severe, okay, then they are not tolerable, diarrhea, that is, and all those things, you can come back, okay? But mostly we really don't have those side effects, like allergic reactions to the medicine as it is. But of course, we document, we tell our service providers, whenever a client comes with any of those adverse reactions, document it and let us finally know what's happening. So
Right.
they are safe to take. Side effects will fade off with time.
At a point?
Yeah. And then you keep taking them as it is. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Does drinking of alcohol affect HIV treatment?
Drinking of alcohol doesn't affect HIV treatment directly, but indirectly it does. Why am I saying so? we are talking of adherence,
Right.
in the sense that the medicine is supposed to be taken as it's to be taken, okay? The right time, the right dose, the right dose, and then, okay, so let's leave it there. Yeah. So if this person is on alcohol, the person may forget to take the medication. That is number one. So indirectly, it will make the person not to adhere. And then another thing you can do is alcohol naturally has an effect on our liver. So if you are somebody who takes alcohol, then it begins to impair your liver. And liver too is one of the organs that help to, take care of these toxic, the medicines and all that in our system. So it will be creating problems for us. And then another thing we are asking people not to do is mixing our medicines with herbal preparations.
Right.
Very, very wrong. It can easily destroy the organs, especially the liver and all those things. So you shouldn't take them. Yeah. And so this alcohol, anybody who is on treatment, if you're on treatment or antiretrovirals and you are somebody who takes alcohol, please try to reduce your alcohol. Ideally, we don't want you to be taking the alcohol and taking the medicines. But we don't also want to say that once you take the alcohol, don't take the medicine. It creates problems because people then begin to. So please remember that it will affect your liver and then it will weaken your immune system. HIV stuff is weakening the immune system. We don't want alcohol to weaken it and destroy your liver and make you even forget to take your medicines.
Right.
Yeah, so please, alcohol is not good for persons with HIV.